Lexi Nair is backstage with the writer and director of Queen of the Ring, Ash Avildsen, who tells us about the movie. Jim Ross being executive producer and talks about Mildred Burke until he brings in one of the stars, Toni Storm. She joked it was a real stretch playing the curvaceous vixen, but was disappointed her gratuitous nude scene was deleted, and then the crowd booed. I would boo too.
If that scene was filmed,
I'd be in the movie theater day of to watch the movie.
It will be found. It was cut. It exists. It'll be found.
And then the director goes on to say he wants families to see the movie. Says it's PG-13, but that scene is in his collection on Mulholland Drive. Yeah, I'm sure it is there, director of Queen of the Ring. I'm sure it is. Storm said chin up, tits out, and watch Queen of the Ring on March 7th. The upcoming tag team match with the ladies here is presented by Queen of the Ring. You know what Tony Khan and company over there, I got something to get off my chest. You know, you got 3 women on the AEW active roster who are in this movie. Only one of them was shown in this segment, Toni Storm. Did you know, chat, that Britt Baker is also in the movie? Do you know, chat, that Kamille has the second biggest role, probably the biggest role in the movie? So my question is, this match is being promoted to hype up Queen of the Ring, presented by Queen of the Ring, the movie, March 7th, coming out. Where's Kamille? She's not in this match. Where's Toni Storm? Not in this match. She was on the show. Where's Britt Baker? Not in this match. 2 of the 3 women, Jesse, that have roles in this movie weren't even mentioned, weren't showcased, and weren't shown on screen. And people want to know, where are they? People wonder why AEW superstars don't have any crossover appeal and don't do this and aren't bigger names for what they do on television. Well, when Tony, the boss man, has a fucking problem with you and he wants to take his pettiness out on you, no matter what your role is in the movie, you will be sent to Guantanamo Bay. Where's Kamille? Where's Kamille? That's what I want to know.
I sit here at this desk and I watch the show, and I'll take Post-it notes for things that like stick out like right away, and that I don't want to forget to bring up on the review. And right here, front and center, right in front of me, I have a Post-it note. Wasn't Kamille in this movie?
I'm going to read it to you right now. Kamille plays Kaylee Latimer. She portrays June Byers. Oh, that's her name, Kaylee Latimer. I'm sorry. Portrays June Byers, another key wrestler in Burke's career. Kamille, known for her time in NWA and currently with AEW, replaced Charlotte Flair in this role due to scheduling conflicts. Believe that? She replaced Charlotte Flair, bro, and still could not get a fucking mention on AEW Dynamite. You know who else is in the movie? Britt Baker. She plays Debbie Nichols in the film. Baker is an AEW wrestler who has not been on television since November when she said to Serena Deeb, nobody cares, nobody cares. Stepped in after Liv Morgan had to withdraw due to injury issues. And Trinity Fatu is also in the movie. She plays Ethel Johnson, a legendary wrestler, and one of the first black women to make an impact in professional wrestling.
I was getting ready to ask, is there anyone in WWE in the movie?
Yes, Trinity is in the movie.
Just Trinity. Okay, because I was starting to wonder, like, there's no way miraculously all of the WWE women had to pull out and then only AEW women are left.
You know who else is in the movie? Jim Cornette's in the movie.
I heard.
He's in the movie. Mickey James is in the movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Mickey James, again, is an underrated actress.
It's amazing how we have a match presented by Queen of the Ring and the second biggest star in the movie, Kamille, who's on your roster, is nowhere to be found here. Not in the match, not a mention. Not thank you, Kamille, for bringing more notoriety to AEW, nothing. Did she get benched, Jesse, because she worked with Jim Cornette in the movie who vehemently despises AEW?
Tony Khan loves Jim Cornette.
He listens to Jim Cornette every fucking week.
Stop watching him.
He listens to Jim Cornette every week.
He won't stop watching the fucking guy.
Tony Khan admitted that he watches us every week
I'm sure
on a public platform.
So look, man, if you have a woman in that movie and you did not even bother telling your audience that she's in the movie, that is just an absolute burial, man. It's just an absolute, it's misconduct. It is your job to promote. You're literally a promoter. You should be promoting your wrestlers. You have a movie debuting this week, and you failed to mention that you have 3 superstars in that damn movie.
You know, people are going to be wondering where Kamille is and why Camille's off television. Just for this alone.
Man.
Everybody's going to ask, what happened? Why? What's the problem? What's the reason? What's her status? I think she was even asked about her AEW status, and her publicist said, we don't want to talk about that at this current time. But we will be taking any other questions. Something bad happened, dude. I'm telling you, something is not right there.
I think she was caught with a Larry plush doll or something, man.
I don't know. Maybe she babysat Larry one day and brought him to the fucking venue, and that's it. Off to Guantanamo Bay. I don't know. Maybe she had a dinner date with AJ Lee. I have no fucking clue.
Something, bro. That had to have been the absolute, just most awkward, just disappearance I've ever seen in pro wrestling, bro. I mean, she was here, and then she just said, no, I'm gonna go away. Went away, not addressed, still employed, not fired, in a movie, not talked about again, not given a shit about, just gone.
Did Mercedes find something wrong with her? Did she do something to Mercedes to a point where Tony then didn't book Kamille because he didn't want to upset Mercedes? Something had to happen, bro. I don't know. I mean, is she regretting the decision that she made to sign with this fucking dump? Holy shit. I don't know, man. Tony continues to show everybody that he's not the same person that he was 5 years ago. That's all I'll say. That is an awful thing to do. You have someone employed there and you're not bringing them to the spotlight in this fucking movie for the second biggest role in the movie next to Tony Storm? Shame on you. Shame on you. Why the fuck would she even want to come back to work? Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that made no sense, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. That made no sense, man. I mean, this is an
wants Jesse
to promote?
Who wants to work there after that? Why would anybody go to AEW for more opportunity if this is the way that they're going to act? I don't get it. Imagine you're a young female wanting to break into the business and get your feet wet. Opportunity like that comes around, and you do something wrong, and then you're fucking sent to Guantanamo Bay because the boss didn't like it. And I'm starting this fucking movie that's got other people on this roster in the movie, and I don't get mentioned.
If you don't know, if you're not a super fan like everyone here, if you don't know, you'd have no idea that Kamille was even in that movie, man. And
sure.
That is messed up.
Just what an awful move. Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford defeated Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander. I'm still waiting for the fucking creative team to tell me what the relationship is between Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford outside of this is Janela's current girl and his ex-girl. What's the reason for their pairing? There's no tag team titles. Megan Bayne hasn't said a fucking word in weeks. We don't know who the fuck she is, why she's here, what she wants. She just comes out.
Yeah, Ricochet keeps fucking talking.
Can't shut Ricochet up, but we can't get a fucking word out of this woman's mouth. Who is she? Why is she here, and why is she teaming with Penelope Ford of all reasons? Do you care to tell me?
They never said. They never, out of that awkward moment that we had last week, which also, yeah, by the way, I was waiting for the end of this match to see who Tony Khan blamed for the horrible fucking incident that happened with Thunder Rosa and those women in that match. I was wondering who was going to blame for it. Now that I see Thunder Rosa taking this L, looks to me like he blamed fucking her.
Yeah, Rosa launched herself off Statlander's back in the corner for a drop kick on Ford. Double team scissor kick finally took Bayne off her feet. Rosa hit a drop kick through the ropes to the outside. Ford tripped up Statlander on the top rope and sent her crashing to the outside. Ford posed and it allowed Rosa to drag her into the ring. She licked her face because Penelope licked her face earlier in the match and then hit her with a stiff lariat. Ford backed Rosa into her own corner. Bane tagged back in and ran into a big corner boot. Rosa tried fighting off both women and hit a stunner on Bane. Ford escaped, sent Rosa into Bane, who then hit a very ugly-looking F5. I don't know what the fuck this looked like. I mean, if you're going to do an F5, then do an F5. I don't know what the fuck this was called. F5 for the win, and Rosa gets pinned 1, 2, 3. Gee, who did they blame last week for the debacle that was that segment, Jesse?
Must have been Thunder Rosa.
Absolutely was Thunder Rosa.
Must have been.
You
You combine that with the awkward explanation she gave on Busted Open, where she never really explained.
No, she was clearly looking at another screen, reading a written statement written to her by AEW management.
Yeah. You take that awkward interview and then take this outcome here, her just taking the clean L. Well, now we know who they blame for that.
You want to know when you read or look at someone doing something like that? Just look into their eyes, man. If they're looking anywhere else but here, then they're fucking full of shit. Give me a break. Poor fucking Rosa. She's waiting for that contract to be up, and she is out of there, man. Fuck this place.
She's had a rough go at it over there, man. She's bumped heads with so many different women over there. Clearly, management as well. She's going through some personal issues, some mental health concerns that that she has made public herself and everything else, and she's probably tired of that place by now, man.
I'm sure. Not helping her cause at all.